Welcome to BroSwan Games. I'm Bro.
I'm Swan.
We are on day
5? It's a 5.
Day 5 of spring year 1.
Alright, another report for tomorrow. The light breeze, lots of pop. And fortune teller. So it says like the spirits feel neutral today.
Yeah.
It's basically telling you how the RNG is feeling that day.
RNG being
Random number generator system. Right, so if I went into a dungeon today,
yeah,
I'd probably be okay. But if it was like the spirits hate you,
yeah,
you go into the dungeon, probably gonna die.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling operation entirely legal. It's entirely legal. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. We apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Donald J. Trump.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my Trump.
Cue the Russian bots. I guess we'll get some views.
We love you, Russia. Not in like a...
Я говорю русский язык.
Oh, crap.
Какой большой
Yeah?
babushka.
Yeah, we are helping our case.
I don't remember much Russian.
Remember.
Have we not ever talked about that?
No.
I guess we don't really talk about my school together. Yeah, I took, 2 year and a half of Russian in college. Not saying she was a bad teacher.
But you're a commie.
But the Russian teacher I had was basically, we wanted Russian to be offered at our school.
Yeah.
And the music, like piano teacher, happened to be Russian.
No.
So I got lots of explanations for stuff. That was like,
at least she was Russian. It wasn't like they were like, hey, you native speaking English, like you monolingual English music teacher, go teach Russian.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but for a lot of things, it was always like, well, I don't even remember her name, but I'd be like, so, when I was taking German, we learned blah, 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 blah. How does that relate here? Is that what's going on in the, like the instrumental case or whatever, for example? And she'd be like, guys, it's that's just the way it is. And I'm like, that's not a satisfactory explanation for what just happened.
When I was in high school, I took sociology.
Things are happening. Oh, the name of the town is Pelican Town, by the way. I like pelicans.
Pelican?
Oh, hi there.
But when I was in high school, I took sociology, and the sociology teacher made the class super interesting. Not super hard, but really interesting. Like we watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off and figured out, a lot of, I forgot what all we figured out about it. There was a way he worked it into the lesson plan. But like overall, like he made this stuff really interesting, and he held us to, a standard. And then he got a job in Texas midway through semester and moved to Texas. So the sociology class was given to the teacher who didn't have a class already scheduled for our period. The geography teacher. And let me tell you, she had some interesting views on sociology.
I bet.
And like, I don't know I'm not going to speak to necessarily how biologically true this is. Matter of fact, I'm going to do some research right now.
Before I say something.
I want to see if she was right. She said that males can only hear out of one ear.
I think maybe she was misinterpreting some facts there.
Yeah,
because I know our ear shapes are different. I think one of us has a straight ear canal, basically. The other one has a more curved, and that makes it better for different types of sounds.
Yes.
Last I heard.
Wow. I Googled it, and nothing relevant popped up. That tells you something.
Yeah.
She was just very, like, she wasn't, I don't know. She wasn't a great teacher at geography, and then they put her in sociology, which she wasn't prepared for.
That's fair. It happens.
Yeah, and, like, she was just stuck teaching a subject that she honestly didn't know much about. But still, like, sociology is still kind of interesting to me. It's just a lot of it was, you know, kind of ruined by that lack of, like, feeding my mind with that interesting sociology teacher. And he was like a wrestling coach too. Like,
oh wow.
Some of my in high school, some of my most, like, inspiring teachers were coaches. Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want about coach classes being throwaway classes, but some of them, like, actually cared about what they were teaching.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think anyone would make that argument.
Oh yeah,
as a blanket statement,
right?
But
it's definitely, like, generally coaches, you know, maybe don't care as much about academics as they do athletics.
I think that's changing.
Yeah, that's definitely changing.
I definitely see that at my school.
My psychology teacher was a coach, and that was another really cool class. I mean, those two subjects are really cool if you look into them right by themselves. But he definitely didn't shy away from the challenge of getting people to see it the right way.
I think that's one thing we'll be able to look back on later is specifically as it pertains to, like, our generation of kids.
Right.
We were kind of in this transitional phase. You know, technology hadn't yet completely gripped all aspects of society.
Yeah, social media wasn't.
Yeah, social media was just beginning to take off. You know, in many ways, it was an entirely different world.
Yeah. And I will say, like, I am a bit younger than you are, so for me it was I think you were, like, right before, you know.
I
there was a
graduated
midpoint.
high school with, like, one of the first Facebook accounts.
Yeah. I definitely get that. I didn't have that, but I get you. Because I think you were, like, there was a midpoint kind of in that transition. I think you were before the midpoint, just before the midpoint, and I was right after the midpoint. Because there was definitely Facebook when I was in high school. Like, there was definitely Facebook.
Yeah, we were on MySpace, and...
Yeah, I remember MySpace.
Oh, I forgot how to fish.
I saw a social media post, and somebody was like, you know, Facebook should really add, you know, you should have the ability to add music to your Facebook page to...
and it's like, oh, you mean MySpace?
Yeah, you should have the ability to add music to your Facebook page to show who you are. And it was like, oh, we finally reached the kids who don't know what MySpace was.
Yep. Pretty sure mine is still active. I never, like, closed that down.
Yeah, if mine is, it's super edgy. Like, I don't know. I've always had, like, super wide music taste. Like, there's no music that I don't like, to be honest. And I just like some more than others. So, I mean, it was probably a combination, you know, Sean Kingston, My Chemical Romance, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If it's still active.
No. Fishing is very difficult in this game. So, you see the bar on the right?
Yeah, that's your.
Yeah.
That's like a health or like a
Progress bar.
yeah progress bar, and if it goes to empty, then you.
Right. But then to get treasure, you gotta stay on the treasure chest long enough.
Yeah.
And sometimes the treasure's worth it. And it's Joja Cola.
Nothing quenches my thirst like Joja Cola.
Got that 13 energy. Alright, so this is open now. So this is the dungeon.
I do think I remember this. You playing this part.
I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades, probably full of monsters. Still, there's probably good ore down there, and probably monsters. But a dark place undisturbed for so long.
Except by monsters.
I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find.
You'll find monsters.
Here, take this. You might need it. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
You received a rusty sword. You know why it's rusty?
Monsters. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventurers Guild right outside.
Name's Monster. I mean Marlin.
I'll keep my eye on you, prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member.
By killing monsters.
So now I can access the dungeon.
And you got a rusty sword.
Right. I wouldn't want to go in the dungeon without even, like, a limp noodle to protect me.
No, you've got a limp noodle to protect you.
Alright. Trash.
I will not be censored.
Trash. You can't silence me. Oops. Got a leak. Add another one. Proven adventurers only. I still have not found a dandelion. Guess I should head to the forest in attempts to find a dandelion.
Dandelion must find
A dandelion. Last one of the season.
You just run through town. Where's a dandelion?
I'm looking at one. We are so easily distracted.
Yeah,
I feel like we were in the middle of a conversation about something relatively important.
we probably were, but then dandelions happened.
Let me sell this stuff since I'm here and I need the... Alright, kid. Get you one of those. I don't remember if I have a leak already. That'll all make sense soon.
It'll make a nice addition to my collection.
Yeah, basically. No, I'm not really talking to townspeople. Sorry.
You're antisocial.
I'm just not ready for that. But there'll be times where
You're not ready for that type of commitment. Yeah.
Yeah. Not even so much that. It's just there's more important stuff to do right now.
Villager comes over to you. I'm not important enough for you.
Kill them.
No. What you do is
Hey,
you just cut them with the rusty sword, and then
this guy.
they die.
He sells stuff. Cool. It's probably a good idea for me to buy that rainbow trout, but I'm poor.
Hi, poor Umbro. Dad humor. We talk a lot about how technology changed. Dad humor will never change.
Yeah.
It'll always be disappointing.
Yeah, we were talking about that. So, I don't know where we're going with that.
Yeah.
Crap.
Content is where we were going.
I think the point I was making with that is,
Okay, we were talking about high school,
yeah,
and then we went to technology,
Coach
said,
teachers.
Oh, you said we're in some sort of transition.
Oh,
Right now
yeah.
Like, we'll look back on it.
Yeah, we'll look back on it and kind of see that in a better light. And education's really like in a massive transformation period right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I was going with that at the time, but I think it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
We were talking about coaches teaching classes.
Yeah. Like I said, my train of thought's completely gone now, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Life's hard. But, for you listeners out there, definitely thank your teacher at some point. Because their jobs are a lot harder nowadays.
Because your teacher is most likely Swan.
Not wrong. Right now. Please, other people like us. I don't want to deal with them. A dandelion.
You found a dandelion.
Accidentally eats it.
Good job.
Alright. Oh, but now I need one for my collection. We are going to have to take an extended break after we get done with this session.
Why? Your voice?
No. Not my voice. We'll leave it at that. Hey, Mary Lewis.
This just went completely over my head, but don't explain more.
I gotta, like... I gave it to the wrong person. It's a daffodil.
It's a god.
I sold one earlier.
Good job.
It was a daffodil, not a dandelion. Oh my god.
It's like if we were talking earlier about the difference between a daffodil and a dandelion.
We were, and I remembered it was the wrong one. You know what? I have one saved. I don't want to let him down and not get him his daffodil. Daffodil. He needs a daffodil.
Daffodil.
Alright, while I'm here. I had a dandelion in here. Alright. Alright. Okay, well, I can sell the rest of that crap, so that's good. You go ahead and chunk that in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, character knows what you're doing. He just goes out there and chunks the daffodil across the place.
Yep. All right, let's take this back to Mary Lewis. All the way over here. Pass out in the middle of the street.
Weird. It feels like these days in this game are getting shorter.
Sebastian. Oh no, I gave it to Sebastian.
Both of them?
I only had one.
Both of them? Oh, I thought you had to. Okay.
I hit X to go in the door, and Sebastian popped out.
Sebastian, come back!
So he's just like, why'd you give me a dandadil? Oh, God. Oh, man.
Yeah, it is. That's a bit late. We're on our last legs here.
Yeah. Yeah. How are we looking on the episode?
Right now we're at 19 and a half minutes.
Oh, well, that's a little long. Sorry about that, guys. How about we pick it up next time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to bed.
Sounds good.
All right. See you guys next time.
The character's going to bed. We're going to bed. Good night.